You're shaking now, aren't you? You can feel it creeping in, that cold that gnaws at your bones. That's fear, my friend, the kind that digs under your skin and eats at you from the inside. It makes you want to run, but guess what? There's nowhere to go. They've trapped you in this maze, walls so high, so thick, you'll choke on the dust before you even find a way out. But that's the point, isn't it? They wanted this, wanted you to feel small, drowning in the mess they made, and they'll call it your fault. Let's start from the beginning. Picture this. You're standing in a battlefield, unarmed, while they've got every weapon imaginable pointed at you. And instead of handing you a sword, they give you a bouquet of lies. They pat you on the back, tell you to be strong, and then they push you forward. What happens next? You bleed. You scream. You crawl. And they watch. They laugh. And they call you weak for not surviving the war they designed. Sick, isn't it? The way they play God with your life. But let me tell you something. There's beauty in this madness. Yeah, you heard me. Because when they push you into the abyss, that's when you grow wings. Not to prove anything to them or to the world, but for yourself. Because if you don't rise, no one else is coming to save you. You're on your own, kid. You ever notice how people crave control? How they clutch it like it's the only thing keeping them together, fingers white-knuckled, nails digging into their own skin. They want to control you, your thoughts, your dreams, your failures. Why? Because they're terrified to look at their own reflection. They can't face the mess they made of their own lives, so they look at you instead, and they blame you for their mistakes. They want an escape, but there's no way out for them, not for you either. Here's the truth. Most people will betray you, not because you deserve it, but because they're too weak to carry the weight of loyalty. Loyalty, it's heavy, like a chain wrapped around your neck, pulling you down while the world burns. But who do you owe it to? To them, the ones who turn their backs when you need them most? Or to yourself, the one who crawled through fire, clawed through ashes, and somehow kept breathing? Let me tell you a story. There was a man once, a man who trusted too easily. He gave his heart away like loose change, thinking everyone valued it as much as he did. But they didn't. They shattered it, laughed while he scrambled to fix it, and when he did, they came back for more, and he let them over and over until there was nothing left but dust. You know why that story is so common? Because people are parasites. They drain you dry and then call you weak when you fall apart. So, what do? You stop feeding them. You take that broken heart of yours and turn it into a weapon. Let the pain fuel you, not destroy you. That's the only way to win in this world. You don't beg for mercy. You don't wait for apologies. You rise, and you make them choke on their regret. You think this is harsh. This is reality. Sugarcoating it won't make it easier to swallow. They want you to believe in fairy tales, second chances, redemption. But let me ask you, how many times have you given someone a second chance only for them to spit in your face? How many times have you forgiven someone who didn't even have the decency to apologize? That's the world we live in. They'll break you and then blame you for not being whole. But here's the thing. They don't get to decide your worth. You do, not them, not society, not anyone who's ever doubted you. So stop waiting for their validation. Stop looking for their approval. It's poison, and it'll kill you faster than any bullet. Instead, build yourself a fortress, not to hide in, but to stand on. Let them see you rise from the rubble they left behind. Let them see the fire in your eyes, the steel in your spine. Let them see the monster they created, the one who doesn't break, doesn't beg, doesn't stop. They want an escape, but there's no way out from what they caused. Not for them, not for you. But here's the difference. You're not running, you're facing it. Every scar, every betrayal, every doubt, it's all part of your story. A story that doesn't end in defeat, but in triumph. You're not just surviving, you're conquering. And when they see you standing tall, unbroken, they'll realize the truth. You're not the victim. You're their reckoning. You're probably thinking, why me? Why do I have to carry this weight? Why does the world pick me to bleed while they laugh? Oh, I've heard it all before. The whining, the excuses, the cries for fairness. Fairness. What a joke. Fairness is a story they tell the weak, so they don't rise up and destroy everything. Let me tell you something about this world. It's not fair. It never will be. They don't hand out justice. They sell it to the highest bidder. People like you don't get a seat at that table. They want you quiet, obedient, grateful for the crumbs they toss your way. And the moment you dare to demand more, to take what's yours, they'll tear you down. But here's where they screwed up. They didn't realize what you're capable of. They thought you'd crumble, stay in the dirt where they left you. But you didn't, did you? You fought. You crawled. And now here you are, battered, bruised, but standing. That terrifies them, because deep down, they know you're not like them. You don't break the way they do. You want to know the secret? Pain is power. Yeah, it hurts. It burns. It leaves scars. But it teaches you. Every cut, every bruise, every time they laughed at your fall, that's another lesson they handed you for free. And if you're smart, you'll use it. Think about it. They've spent their lives running from pain, hiding behind masks of fake smiles and empty words. But not you. You've faced it. You've felt it in your bones, in your soul. And that makes you dangerous. Because a person who's been through hell doesn't fear fire anymore. He becomes it. You're probably wondering what to do now, right? Sitting there, drowning in questions with no answers. Let me make it simple for you. You don't run. You don't hide. You don't waste time making them understand. You take every ounce of pain, anger, and bitterness, and you forge it into something they can't ignore. They took everything from you, your trust, your innocence, your peace of mind. Now, you take it all back, not with their permission, not with their approval, but with your own hands. You build something so unshakable, so undeniable, that they can't help but notice. And when they do, when they see the monster they created, you smile. Not because you've forgiven them, but because you've won. Look around you. This world isn't kind. It doesn't hand out second chances. You either take what's yours or you get swallowed whole. The ones who survive, they learn to play the game. They stop being the prey and become the predator. They'll call you ruthless, cold, heartless. Let them. Those are just words, and words don't break bones. Actions do. Your actions are going to speak so loud, they'll drown out every lie they've ever told about you. Because when you rise, when you stand tall in the ruins of everything they tried to destroy, their words won't matter anymore. You'll be untouchable, unstoppable. They want an escape, but there's no way out from what they caused. Not for them, but for you. You're not trapped. You've found your way out. Not because of them, in spite of them. And now you get to decide what comes next. Take all that anger, all that pain, all that darkness, and build something they can't touch, something they can't destroy, something that belongs to you and only you.